Dear Hey, it's me. Remember that line from Romeo and Juliet? The one about what's in a name? It's a Juliet line, one she says in the balcony scene. I've been thinking about that line. That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. I suppose the thought does have merit. But you know I've always been fascinated by names. That baby name book I keep on top of my bedside table. The way I name anything that has a face. I've always wondered why those books are called baby name books. It should really just be called a name book. The baby keeps its name even after it's not a baby anymore. I think that names are important to lots of people, not just me. I know you'll probably make fun of me for relating everything to the Crucible, but I only mention it when it's relevant. John Proctor cared about his name. Don't you remember from when you saw me on it? Because it is my name. Because I cannot have another in my life. Because I lie and sign myself to lies. Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of them that hang. I have given you my soul. Let me leave my name. I always liked that part. My daddy once told me something about the painting called Whistler's Mother by a guy named Whistler. You may know it actually because I'm pretty sure Mr. Bean sneezed all over it in one of his movies. Apparently it's not really named that, but I think only really artsy people would recognize the title Arrangement in Gray and Black No. 1. I wonder why no one calls it by its real name. I wonder if that guy Whistler would care. Maybe he hates that name. Here's another part where you're going to make fun of me because I'm about to talk about Peter Pan. Did I ever tell you that James Barrie created the name Wendy for the show, and then it became a real name from there? Well, that's true. It's also true that Tinkerbell was listed in the playbill as being played by a person named Jane Wren, even though Tinkerbell was only lights and bells in the play. James did that to amuse the audience. I think that's pretty clever.
Clever girl.
I was thinking something else about names and confusing things. About how tissues are sometimes called Kleenex, when Kleenex is only one brand of tissue. The same thing goes for Q-tips and cotton swabs. That's sort of weird, right? One person's name for something replaced the name for that kind of thing altogether. I once read that Bob Dylan's real name is Robert Zimmerman. He said something about his name change once. You're born, you know. The wrong names, wrong parents. I mean, that happens. You call yourself what you want to call yourself. This is the land of the free. You know how my biggest pet peeve is when people put the emphasis on the wrong syllable of a word, or the wrong word in a set of words? Museum, cream cheese. My professor at school does this with my name. He puts the emphasis on Lee like Angelina Jolie's name. But that's not my name. My name is Jolie. I don't correct him, but it bothers me a little bit. I could have written this letter to anyone, just so you know. But my thoughts that I was thinking reminded me most of you. Most things remind me most of you. You were always so scared to give us a name, as if that would change something. I'm not sure I ever really understood that. I think that also has something to do with what I've been talking about here. I miss you. I hope you're happy. Love, Hey, it's me.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? Yes, and how many seas must the white dove sail